but I will keep my eye on that waiting room. Okay, so I'm excited you guys are here tonight. My name is Kendall Boyd, and I wanted to first just welcome you guys to our call, our Sunday social call. So tonight we are going to talk about one of my favorite products, okay, the pink drink. This is a little stick I got right here is our pink drink. And you guys are going to hear from a few friends of mine that are going to help me share. Sorry, I'm trying to stay on top of letting everybody in here. But they're just going to share a little bit about what it's done for them, what it's done for their health. And this is one of the products that I started on almost 9 years ago. And my family has been taking this faithfully every single day. We have had doctor's approvals from neurologists to pediatricians. Okay, like across the board, we have had approval from all of our doctors to continue taking it as a family. And tonight I'm going to be doing a drawing after this call to give away a free bag of it. So a bag of it is a 30-day supply. So make sure that you stick around for the entire call. But first, if you guys can do me a favor and make sure to drop your name in the chat box that we have here, because not all of the names come across, like some of them just say iPhone, and I want to make sure you get an entry. So if you guys could just put your first and your last name in the chat box, and that way when I take a picture of it, I get all of your names, okay? But I love doing these Sunday social calls because a lot of people struggle with health issues. And I am someone that has been through a lot of health issues myself. So I went through years of like intense pain prior to starting these products. Sorry, keeping my eye on the waiting room, letting people in. But because I went through so much, I love educating other people about root issue health and natural products that can really make a difference for them. And I have some of my favorite people here tonight that are helping me do that. Okay, sorry, let me let everybody in. Sorry, I've got notes to make sure I don't like squirrel off on y'all because I tend to ramble a little bit, but I also got to make sure that everyone gets in here. But I know a lot of y'all, like a lot of names on here I recognize. So I know a lot of you guys already take this pink drink and you guys love it. But I remember when I started it, like I just really wanted to dig more into it and kind of the science behind how it worked and what it was doing in my body. And I know the more that I learned about it, the more that I thought about people in my life that could really benefit from trying it. So I really hope that this helps you guys just learn more about it and get a little bit more educated on it. If you've been on one of our previous Sunday social calls, then you've heard my testimony, but I want to share about it every week, just in case maybe somebody here who's new struggles with the same issues that I struggle with and could benefit just from hearing that. So bear with me if you've already heard this, but I took a chance on these products because I struggled with severe intestinal issues. Okay, so when I say severe, I'm talking about like in the hospitals multiple times over the course of a year because it was so bad. And I paid thousands and thousands in medical bills to specialists, and I had GI doctors, and we were all just trying to figure out what on earth was going on with my body. And I had reached a point, at this point, I want to say I was 29, 28, somewhere around there. And I thought I was just going to be in pain for the rest of my life. I had IBS, which I was diagnosed with. That's kind of like the diagnosis they give you when they don't know what else is going on with your stomach. I had ovarian cysts. I had kidney stones. I had intestinal infections. I mean, y'all, it was a lot. Like you name it, they told me I had it. And about a year into all of this, my doctor put me on a medication that he said was to flush my kidneys. This is when they found my kidney stones. And after that, about a week after starting that medication, I started noticing my vision was getting like super blurry and we could not figure out what was going on. And I finally looked up the side effects of the medication that I was taking and found out that it was attacking my nervous system and I was starting to lose my vision. And that moment was what made me realize that I needed to just try something more natural. And my cousin had been telling me about this pink drink that we all share about all the time. She'd been telling me about it for a year and saying, take a chance and just try it. But I'm a researcher, like I'm a crunchy mom, and I'm pretty much skeptical about anything anybody tells me about. And so I honestly, thought it sounded like a fad, but it became the first thing to help me. And I started on what's called the Triplex Gut Health System. Okay, so it's the pink drink, which we're going to be talking about tonight, and also 2 gut health products that partner with that. And, the Triplex is amazing. It's really what I recommend everyone starts on. But it was a game changer for me. So tonight we're going to teach y'all a little bit more about the pink drink and why it is the cornerstone product that Plexus has. I mean, you cannot hear the words Plexus without hearing pink drink. I've seen some incredible testimonies come from this one product alone. I have shared over the last 9 years with hundreds, if not thousands of people, because I believe in it that much because of what it has done for me. And it has transformed not only my own personal health, but my family's financial health because of just the opportunity to share and the amazing referral program that they have. But this pink drink is their cornerstone product. So I'm really excited we're doing that tonight. So first, I want to introduce you guys to one of my best friends, Jara Henderson. So this lady is a crunchy mama. She loves to research. She is on her way to becoming a certified natural health coach, which is super exciting. So I asked her if she would break down the Slim for us tonight and just tell y'all a little bit about it. So Jara, you're looking all glamorous tonight. If you're welcome, or if you're open to unmuting and just sharing a little bit about it, that would be fantastic.
Oh, thanks. I thought I'd put on real clothes and an actual bra for you guys. I'm a nursing mama, so I live in a nursing tank like all day. And I was like, my self-care has like, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to feel like I look like I know what I'm talking about today. So I'm going to talk to you about the Slim, AKA our pink drink. And just to recap real quick, if you haven't dropped your name in the chat, do that really quick because that's how you're going to get your entry for a free bag of Slim tonight. If you missed that, drop your name in the chat box. If you just click your screen and then you can get to the chat box and drop your name. So the pink drink, like Kendall said, is our most known and easily recognized product. It comes in little packets like this. All you need is a bottle of water. Some people do shaker cups, somebody do, magic bullet, whatever you want to do. But it's super, super simple. You just drop it in your bottle of water and the magical mommy juice unicorn goodness begins to happen. And you just shake it up and drink it. It is that simple, you guys. Like it's so, so easy. You can put it in your diaper bag, you can put it in your desk, you can put it in your car, you can put it in your purse, whatever you need to do to make sure you take it. Put it by your toothbrush, anything, whatever will help you get it. You want the stuff that's in here. So I started drinking Slim, the pink drink, and taking Plexus products in 2017. At the time, I had a 4-year-old and I was nursing my 2-year-old at the time when I was approached about it. And so I did a lot of research. Like Kendall said, I'm a crunchy mama. I was breastfeeding my toddler. And I just had to research everything. And everything I found gave me the green light to drink Slim. And so many of our other products are safe for pregnancy and breastfeeding. Not all of them, but most of them. So if that is you, talk to whoever added you to this because there's lots of things you can do to help your health while pregnant and nursing. But so I started researching it and it's delicious. And I took a lot of notes because I'm a chatterbox. And if I don't follow my paper here, we may go rogue. So I was parenting from the couch. I was exhausted. I was moody. I was canceling plans. I had chronic migraines. There was a dark cloud over me every day. I was easily overwhelmed and had a very short fuse. And I was just barely surviving. At the time, I was 4 sizes bigger than I am now. I'm a big girl, but I used to be a much bigger girl. I couldn't sleep, but I also couldn't keep my eyes open. It was crazy. I was on 15 medications and everything in my body hurt all the time. Doctors were just throwing everything but the kitchen sink at me and nothing was working. Truly just struggling hot mess train. Okay. Like it was bad. And I just had my bonus baby a year ago. I'm still nursing her. And I truly feel better now at 40 than I did 10 years ago with my first baby. So I'm just going to dive in really quickly. We have 2 different formulations of the pink drink. The one I mixed up is the Slim Microbiome Activating Formula. It's our gut health formula, and it does all kinds of amazing goodness. And like Kendall said, I am in school to be a certified natural health coach. And I just love it when my school materials, like my books, come and they highlight all these products and these ingredients that I find in our Plexus stuff. Like it just reiterates to me that I'm on the right path and doing the right thing for my health. And so just to kind of go down through some of the things that the gut health formula does for your body, it helps support cardiovascular health. That's amazing. Like something you just drink every day that helps your heart. That's incredible. It feeds your gut and it increases beneficial microbes like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, helps maintain healthy blood pressure levels. But just the gut health in general, I mean, a healthy gut impacts your immune system, it impacts your mood, your glucose metabolism, and even your weight. So 70% of your immune system cells are in and along your gut, and 95% of your serotonin is produced from your gut. Like a lot of people think it's their brain, and so they end up taking like antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication, which I used to be on. And notice I said used to, I'm not on that stuff anymore. But your gut microbiome balance, it can be disrupted with lots of things. So poor diet, high stress, artificial sweeteners, antibiotics, soda, processed foods, lack of exercise, poor sleep habits, and all of these things can affect your daily life. Things like bloating, constipation, bad breath, excess gas, moodiness. That was me. I was a moody monster. Tension, and even skin conditions. So this drink increases Akkermansia in your body, which is a microbe which positively impacts a disrupted metabolism. And it also has alpha lipoic acid in it. And so that's one of my favorite ingredients and one of the ones that popped up in my school book that I highlighted here for y'all. So I was going to tell y'all, alpha lipoic acid is an essential coenzyme involved in the production of energy in every organ of the body, and it's a powerful antioxidant. It's found primarily in broccoli, spinach, and organ meats, and it's soluble in both water and fat. It's very readily absorbed from our food, and it's effective at deactivating free radicals in the cells. But this is something super cool about it. It actively actually recycles other antioxidants in your body, including vitamin C and E, the amino acid compound glutathione, and coenzyme Q10 if they're depleted in your body. And in Europe, alpha lipoic acid is prescribed by physicians to lower glucose, your blood sugar levels, in people with diabetes. So it's super cool. But I mean, if you don't know that Europe is way ahead of us in all things medicine, I'll just be the person to kind of give you a little wake up call right now. They're doing all the things and all the things right. Okay. American medicine, don't get me started. Anyway, so they prescribe this to people to help with their blood sugar levels in people with diabetes. And it also detoxifies the liver of metal pollutants. It interferes with the formation of cataracts, reduces cholesterol levels, protects nerve tissue, and lessens the effects of aging. And so I want to tell y'all something. It mentioned glutathione in there. So glutathione is a type of protein that's produced in your liver. It's an antioxidant, and it's essential for maintaining a strong immune system. So if you're someone who takes Tylenol, I'm just going to show you this little tidbit. Tylenol depletes glutathione in your body. Okay. You can look it up, Google it. Okay. It does. So this is literally something for everybody. Okay. And helps with your immune system. So, it blows my mind when I come across things, in books from doctors and health, medical professionals and health gurus and things like that, that just reiterate the amazingness that Plexus is. And so people with cancer, diabetes, HIV, and AIDS, they need to maintain a healthy level of glutathione. People who have autoimmune disorders have lesser glutathione in their body. So it just helps maintain a strong immune system, which is really cool, and detoxifies heavy metals and toxins. And it's used to treat liver and blood issues, protects individual cells. Like we need glutathione. It's also a cancer preventing substance. So just all sorts of wonderful goodness in the pink drink there that I wanted to share with you. So the two formulas I was telling you about, so those are just some key features for the gut health formula that stuck out to me. I promise you, if you listen to anybody talk about these products, they'll highlight different things because it's affected and helped us all in so many different ways. But we also have the hunger control formula. So if you're feeling guilty because you have like no self-control or willpower over food, then the gut health formula could benefit you, but the hunger control formula is amazing. So if you're having a hard time fighting cravings and controlling your eating habits, you feel discouraged and unmotivated, this will help you regain control and develop mindful eating habits, reduce hunger, and it's clinically demonstrated to help you lose weight. Both formulas are derived from green coffee bean extract, which is extracted from chlorogenic acid, or the chlorogenic acid is extracted from green coffee bean extract. And that's really just coffee that's just coffee that's not yet been roasted. And so super cool about the green coffee bean extract. That is, it prevents the formation of cancer causing cells in the body, which is amazing. Like, I mean, let's do this, right? Like, who doesn't want to like be preventative over treatment, right? So it's less than 2% of caffeine, and it's shown to also enhance fat burning, but it's kind of like grapes and wine. That's how the no caffeine thing works. Like, you can eat grapes and not have wine, right? It's just how it's formulated and how it's extracted and produced and processed. So it's less than 2% of caffeine. So if you're sensitive to caffeine, or you steer clear of caffeine for whatever reasons, health or religious reasons, or anything like that, you can still have the pink drink, which is pretty cool. Both formulas have no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or preservatives. They're both sweetened with stevia. They're gluten-free, vegan, and non-GMO. And the color, which this beautiful pink color, comes from extracts and concentrates from real fruits and vegetables, things like beetroot, sweet potato, radish, cherry, apple, etc., which is pretty cool. So there's no artificial flavors or colors or anything creepy like that, which if you're a crunchy mama like me, you appreciate those things. But something really cool about beets that stuck out to me in my school book is that beets have been used for medicinal purposes since ancient times. They have a cleansing effect on the liver, and they can be used to treat liver, kidney issues, and disorders of the gallbladder, stomach, and intestines. Beets aid in digestion and the lymphatic system, and they also help flush out uric acid and table salt. Beets combat anemia, debility, and general weakness. They also tone the blood and help build red blood cells. I mean, this is like good stuff, you guys. So I'm a total science geek. Okay. So this stuff like really like gets me all excited. But you really can't go wrong with either formula. They both have so many health benefits and do a lot of similar things. So if you're asking yourself like gut health or hunger control, well, actually you can do both, which is amazing. You can drink either or both. You can have up to 2 slim sticks a day. So you can mix it up or have 2 of each, whichever you like. But as you've heard, it's just so many health benefits. It's not just for weight loss. It really is an overall health product that's designed for everyone. So I love it. My husband stole my packets when I very first started drinking Slim. So he drinks it too. His blood work improved, all sorts of amazing things. My kids steal it. My 1-year-old baby even drinks it and steals my drink. It's perfectly safe. And so if you haven't tried it, you definitely need to talk to whoever added you to this and just get a sample. But hopefully you'll be our lucky winner tonight and you'll win a whole 30-day bag. And we can't wait to hear what you love about it and how it's helped your family and your health. So, okay, I'm going to stop being a geek. I'm going to pass it on to the next person.
Well, and I'm glad that you kept talking because all of a sudden I got the alert that my computer was about to die. I was like, oh, no. I realized I hadn't even plugged it in. So,
okay.
But I did want to touch on a few things there. Yeah, I want to touch on a few things because, okay, either you're a person who loves science or you're not a person who loves science, right? Like you're in one of two. It's like you're a person who loves pickles or you don't love pickles. There's no middle ground, right? I had a conversation with somebody about this the other day. And so I personally love it. But like for those of you that are maybe like, hey, okay, not so much for me, like kind of the core things with the pink drink. So just think blood sugar, gut health, inflammation control, hormone control. Like when you break down all the ingredients, It's going to help balance your blood sugar, which blood sugar, y'all, it's not just diabetics that have blood sugar issues. If you are someone that even gets up in the morning and has oatmeal or has toast and OJ, you're going to have an insulin spike. Like your body's just going to be affected. And the older we get, the harder it is for our body to regulate that. So that has a great toll on your hormones. And when someone is diagnosed diabetic and you have a doctor who's more natural minded, they will tell you the first line of defense is getting your blood sugar under control. Like it's super important. It affects so many things. So blood sugar affects hormones, like Jara said, with both formulas, really having those prebiotics that really affect your gut health. And then ALA, the alpha lipoic acid, is a really, really powerful anti-inflammatory. And one thing I just wanted to say, like when you were talking about heart health, so one thing I love about my family's personal testimony is my husband's cholesterol went down 101 points because of these products. He started on the triplex. His triglycerides went down 360 points. Like, because we are researchers and we're skeptical people, I'm like, okay, let me see blood work. Let me just see what the blood work tells us. And so that is really what I look to, and just having that impact. And then my sister so her son was 16 months old when I started this and has a neurological disorder. And she took these products to his neurologist. I'm going to just mute everything because we have some, I think some sounds coming through. But she took these products to his neurologist, and at 16 months old, his neurologist approved for him to take these products just because of the ingredients and the quality behind them and the ways he knew that they benefited the body. So I know that there's just a lot of science and a lot of details we can get into, but no matter what, it's just we all have certain things in our body that need to be regulated, needed to be balanced. And this pink drink alone, y'all, has so many fantastic ingredients in it. I'm gonna stop rambling though, because I know we are getting a little late in the call, and I really want y'all to hear from my friend Cassie. But I just want to put a quick reminder in here. Can y'all please, if you haven't done it yet, drop your name in the comments, because not all of the names show up as like a first and last name on the participants log. And I don't want anyone to miss an entry, because we are going to be giving away a bag of Slim, and I want you guys to all earn an entry. So I will be going through and taking pictures of all of the names. So just another reminder, drop your name in the chat if you have not done it already. But up next, I really would love for y'all to hear from my friend Cassie Howard, and just for her to share a bit about her journey. So she is a fellow mom, and she has had insane health issues. She and I were kind of talking about this earlier, and it's like mind blowing, just insane health issues, just kind of like I did prior to starting these products. And then she also took a chance on sharing about them with other people in her life after seeing how much they impacted her health. And she now has hundreds of friends doing this alongside her. And the financial blessings that the referral program has brought her family have changed things just as much as the products have. So I just want y'all to hear from her a little bit in her journey with this. So Cassie, if you are able to unmute yourself, because I think I just remuted you. Let's see.
Maybe? I think you're good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Okay, good.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm so glad that there's so many people on here. That's just, it's a testimony to all the people that invited you. Know that you're here for a reason. And apparently this fly too. So if you see a fly flying around, that's why he wants to listen too. But again, my name is Cassie Howard, and my testimony is incredible. And it's something that's why I share, because I told God, if this is something that actually works, because I thought it was a joke, then I would start sharing, and I would share with the world. Because so back in college, I had horrible abdominal pain, but I didn't acute it to anything. I just thought this is just my body and how it reacts. Until I was in so much pain, I was curled up in a ball in our computer lab room. And I really thought that, I just didn't get my my Midol and all the things in time. And I knew it would pass. I just had to wait. But a friend came and told me, and she said, Cassie, this is not correct. You should not be dealing like this. And so she told me to go to the doctor, and I listened. I didn't want to, but I went ahead and went in and found out what seemed to be like endometriosis, because back then they couldn't diagnose without surgery. And he had given me kinds of options of all these different medications that you can take, birth controls, everything. And I just thought, well, I don't want to be on all of that if you don't even know if that is truly what it is. So I'd rather go ahead and opt for surgery, as crazy as that is, but I'd rather not take all these medications that could be more harm than good too. So opted for surgery. And that's where I found out I had stage 4 endometriosis. I had PCOS, and I also had adenomyosis. I usually tell people when they ask me, I said, I just had the osises is the best way to put it. And I dealt with that for a really long time. And we didn't know infertility was an issue either because we weren't trying yet. And after a surgery, you're more likely to get pregnant. And we knew we wanted a family. So we had our first daughter, and I felt great for a little bit. And then the pain came back, and it came back stronger that second time. So opted, went to a different doctor. We had moved to a different area. So I was trying to get more opinions on what I could do. And they said the same thing. We can do medications, or we can opt for another surgery and see if I can, get as much as I can this time. Maybe he missed something the last time. And so had another surgery, and I felt great for a little bit. We had a second daughter, and then my pain came back, and it came back stronger that second time. And this is kind of when I started diving into a little bit more health, like what more could I do? Because I was already working out the best that I could. I mean, I was a young mom of 2, and I was just doing what I could because I was in chronic pain all the time. And so went and started diving into Facebook groups for endometriosis and what I could, take or whatnot. And a lot of people kept talking about this Endo Center in Atlanta. And that place is, think of like the top hospital for cancer. It's pretty much the exact thing, but for people treated with endometriosis. And so I thought, okay, well, I've been praying a lot. This has got to be the reason or the answer that God has for me, because I thought my mother-in-law lives in the area. It's all connecting the dots. Well, you know how sometimes we feel like we're answering our own prayers instead of allowing God to? Plexus kept coming up, and I kept pushing it aside, thinking it was a joke, because why would a supplement help my body, right? And I started looking into these groups because I felt like something wasn't right. And I noticed a lot of women were going to this surgery center at the top hospital, right, for people like us, and were coming out months later back in pain, back in agony, or they were ending up with a hysterectomy, which is what every doctor kept telling me that I needed. But I didn't, in my core, feel like that was something that I needed to do. That was not a route that I wanted to take. I wanted to avoid it as much as I could, because I was finding in more research that doesn't actually cure as much as they say it does endometriosis. Like hysterectomy, they're finding women are having, symptoms years after one. And so God had to open up my heart enough for me to listen to Plexus one more time. It got brought up again. And I started taking it thinking that, you know what, I'm just going to prove you wrong. I'm going to prove that these products don't work. And I started with the Triplex, which is the pink drink, and what you've heard tonight. And I will tell you, it took me several months to start noticing huge drastic changes, but my cycle started regulating. I wasn't cramping, which that would put me in a fetal position. I was having dramatic results on 3 products. It's called our Triplex. And I thought, wow, what in the world, something so simple could help me like this, a probiotic. And then I started slowly adding a couple things because we have great products. So something for inflammation and, something for energy, because for me, chronic fatigue was another thing that I had. And so I needed to regulate that. And so anyway, haven't had a lot of those issues. And that was 6.5 years ago. And yeah, I started sharing my journey, because why in the world would I want other women to be in that kind of discomfort for years and years and years to come, when there could be a solution like this? So that's why I started sharing. And now, like I said, Kendall said, it's just been an amazing result of something that I literally just followed God's vision and God's answered prayers for me instead of trying to create my own. So I pray that you come tonight, if you know somebody with endometriosis or anything like that, that you truly tell them that there could be an answer that you heard about tonight that could open up doors for them, because that could be why you're here tonight. So we just appreciate you guys coming on.
Yes. And I will second that. Even with all of this stuff I had, we all started a different place, right? Like some people come just wanting to be proactive with their health. Some come with like intense health issues going on. And I personally, it did take me time. This is not a miracle cure. It's not something that's going to let you eat a pizza and drop 10 pounds. It's not something that's going to let you snap your fingers and drop off your medication. Like, but it is something that is feeding the root issues in your body that we all struggle. We all need our gut to be balanced. We all need inflammation to be controlled, all the things, right? And so for me, it did take some time to start noticing results, but I knew my body didn't get this way overnight. And so I gave it that time. And my health is night and day different now than it was when I first started this. So I just encourage all of you, if you do give it a shot, or even those of you that are taking this, to just be consistent, be faithful. Like I always equate it to, you know, if you're skipping a day with this, it's like breaking a Tylenol in half and saying, I'm just going to take half a Tylenol. Let's see what it does for me, right? Like you need to be consistent with what you're taking. So I'm thankful for y'all hopping on here, and Jarrett and Cassie for sharing. If you are somebody that already takes it, but you're not consistent with your pink drink, y'all, I encourage you, add it to your next order, get consistent, okay? If you've never tried any of this before, everything has a 60-day money back guarantee. And it's like a 2-month sample. So that's what I leaned heavily on when I took a chance on this, because I'm such a skeptic, because I knew I could try it, see what it did for me. And I was literally risking nothing. I could get 100% of my money back if it did not work for me. And the triplex system, like we keep bringing up, that's what I personally started on. All of us started on it. It's a game changer. And I mean, I personally think that you will be amazed at how different you feel. And right now, this month, there are some sales going on. So a bag of Slim alone, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody just because I think maybe hopping around a little bit. A bag of Slim alone is usually $92, but this month for $7 more, you can add on the 2 gut health products that make up the entire triplex. Okay, so it's worth looking into. And, you know, I can tell y'all, I say this every time we do this call, but the lessons that I learned the hard way are, if you're never willing to take a chance on something new, nothing is ever going to change. And for me, there were so many what ifs that got so big that I knew, especially with losing my freaking vision, I knew that I had to try something different, at least for 60 days. And I'm very thankful that I did, because y'all, this ended up changing my life. And I don't say that lightly. Okay. So whoever invited you tonight, connect with them about it. And I am a huge fan of prevention over prescription. Okay. I'm not anti-medication, but I feel like we are over medicated as a society, especially, you know, because of my experiences with prescriptions. And these products do make a difference. And, you know, not only with current health issues, but also with just being proactive with your health in the future and helping support your body in the way that it needs to be supported. Okay, so thank you guys for being here. I got a picture of all of the names that joined, and I'm going to be doing the drawing right after this call. So make sure to connect with the person that invited you and just say, hey, I was there, because I'm going to post the winner on our team page. And that way everyone has a chance to look and see if they are the winner. So I'm excited you guys were here. And thank you, ladies, for sharing tonight. Everyone have a great night. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, guys.